All right, in a match that gets me to a contender match. I'm not going to do the annoying thing of being like, oh, how did I get here? I won the matches. I feel like I'm here for a reason.
Debut match was against Payson. I end up losing, and then here we are, one match away from a number one contender. Happy for both of us that we both got here. The reason I'm going to win today, the reason that it's different today than that first one, because I got my manager today. I got Javi today.
I think it's super exciting to be playing Dean. Dean won Comeback Player of the Year last year, and his first ever match was against me. And he did. I did end up winning that match. So I think from a narrative perspective, it would be really, really awesome for Dean to win this match today.
I don't do much though. I'm just here for moral support. Sometimes I'll say bet 2, and then people listen or don't. That's how it goes.
That being said, I don't plan on making it easy for him. He's a great guy. We listen to all the same podcasts. I know how much work he puts into this. I hope you played a great game, but yeah, I do hope you. So let's have fun.
I need to be told bet 2.
All right, unless it's a bad bet, in which case I'm going to tell you not to bet 2. Is that okay?
Let's do it.
Great.
Hello there.
Welcome to a very exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We got Dean Manness going up against Payson Johnson. As they said, winner is in a contender match. I am really looking forward to this. You know, I'm Tim, by the way. Sorry, that's Nick. I'm super pumped. When we were kind of looking at the schedule a month or so ago, and both Dean and Payson had won their previous matches, and we were kind of looking at it, we're like, oh shit, Dean and Payson are like kind of in this, like they're high-ranked players, like they're going to be super excited, really happy for both of them that they've made it this far. I think if either of them were to win, it would be super exciting for them and the league. Nick, what are your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because as far as their rookie years went, they weren't like the standout rookies. I think in their class of rookies, there were other people that people were kind of like, those are the ones that are going to go on to greatness someday. Dean has had an incredible comeback from the beginning of his career, which started with a loss to Payson. Payson joining this league as someone who primarily focuses on a different type of movie trivia. I assumed was just coming in for fun, but he won his first match against Dean, and he's done well since then. But we were surprised when we took a step back at how well Payson and Dean have both been doing. I think this is an epic rematch because Dean is not in the place where he was when he debuted, but neither is Payson. I don't know who's going to win, and it's crazy. Right now, they are. If rankings came out right now, Dean is ranked 3rd and Payson is ranked 4th, which is nutty to think about. So yeah, I'm excited to see which one continues, because one of them is going to make it even more and keep going. It's going to be fun.
No, it's going to be great, and obviously they have to play someone on the other side, and whoever that might be, it's going to be very exciting. So let's get into this match, though. Figure out what's going to happen. Round number 1, Nick, maybe? Yeah?
Sure. Round number 1, it's going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. Should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge to the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 1?
You know, I know I've told you this, Nick, but I can tell Tim now. The reason I love the silhouette logo is because Tim kind of looks like a narwhal. And I think that's kind of fun.
A little bit, yeah.
Tim sees it.
That's hilarious. Okay, Nick, question 1.
Question 1 comes in the category of Disney animation. Which Disney animated film features a giant mythical being called a Leviathan that turns out to be a machine?
You a fan of machines?
I prefer the Mitchells.
Hashtag he who shall not be named. 5, 4.
I only saw the movie once. I don't really remember it. So
Pens down. Very good movie. That's a very good film. Let's go to Payson.
Is it Strange World?
And the Dean.
I had Treasure Planet.
Both incorrect. We're looking for Atlantis, the Lost Empire. Atlantis, Lost Empire. Your next question is going to be in the category of James Bond. How many James Bond films feature actor Richard Kiel? That's Maggie's favorite actor, actually.
That's cool.
She's a really big fan of the random number of movies that actor is in that also feature James Bond.
Bet she is.
Yep. 5, 4, 3. Yes, Javi, you're correct. 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Dean.
I might be thinking of the wrong person, but I got 2.
And Payson.
I got 4.
2 is correct. I believe it is Jaws, Nick.
His Jaws.
All right. So Dean. What's
Next
next?
question comes in the category of YA. In Allegiant, who does David send back to Chicago in order to convince Evelyn to use the memory erasing gas?
What a weird fucking movie, man. Also,
Yeah.
the marker died during the last match, and I forgot to replace it.
So how have you been keeping score for the first 3 questions, Tim?
Well, there's only 1 point that's been awarded. So
Is that when you found out it was dead?
correct.
Interesting.
Fresh marker. 5,
That's
4,
don't do that, kids.
2.
That's how you end up like Tim.
Pens down. That's true. Let's go to Payson.
Peter?
And Dean.
Peter?
Peter is correct. So Payson's on the board. It is 2-1. Your next question is coming in the category of Worlds of DC. In Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, it is revealed that Atlan and Necrus were related to each other in what way? Could be Necrus.
Could be Necrus.
Could be Necrus.
So it is certainly Necrus.
Okay. Are you sure? Are you sure it's not Necrus?
You act like you've never seen any of these movies.
Or Necrus? It could be.
How does Anna pronounce words better than you in films she's never seen?
She also doesn't stop. Like, she doesn't notice punctuation. She just goes.
Doesn't
She does just go, yeah.
Sure.
You just kind of ignore my comments.
Pens down. Let's go to Dean.
Brothers?
And Payson.
I also put Brothers.
Brothers is correct. So keeping pace, 3-2. What's next, Nick?
Next question comes in the category of Criminal Underworld. What is the full name of Shaw's secret accomplice who works undercover for Shaw with Hobbs for part of Fast and Furious 6?
What'd you have for dinner?
Bison sliders.
Nice. Oh, yeah, we were talking about that. Was that on round 4 we were talking about that?
I believe it was.
Yeah. We had brats, so.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Gotta do a cooking segment for round 4.
Dude, you said we would. 1. Pens
would
down.
like
Let's go to Payson.
I believe it's Adam Jones.
Let's go to Dean.
I couldn't think of it. I said Mr. Nobody.
Both are incorrect, though. Payson, very confident. The answer is Riley Hicks. Riley Hicks. Very close, Payson. But your next question is in the category of the MCU. In Spider-Man No Way Home, Peter's lawyer, Matt, catches what object that gets thrown through their window? His name is Matt.
His name is Matt.
Are you watching?
No,
It's good.
I've heard good
but
things.
I don't. But it doesn't matter because it's in a universe that's bad. So
Okay. You smell like cheese. 5, 4.
that is a good
Good.
thing.
She was good.
1. Payson, I love cheese, but it's
I love
old, smelly cheese. Let's go to Dean.
What kind of cheese?
And Payson.
I'll put brick.
Brick is correct. I do think Dean is breaking up, though, so we are going to take... Oh, there he is. Dean, you good?
I would like to refresh here because I'm breaking up.
That's all right. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Nick is asking the next question. Go ahead, Nick.
It's in the category of epic adventures. Which epic adventures film features characters sneaking up on a ship by walking on the bed of the ocean floor?
Are you for or against the ocean?
Pro. Very pro.
I
pro.
think that I have to ask this because I should know this. Can I just give the subtitle depending on the film, or do I need to give full?
Theoretically, if the film had a subtitle, you could just give the subtitle.
True.
But yes, I'm very pro-shin.
Ooh. You're pro-shianic. 5.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's going to be Payson's first repeat.
Question again. Which epic adventures film features characters sneaking up on a ship by walking on the bed of the ocean floor?
What? Nim Ocean? Nope. I'm so confused.
I think Javi needs
Javi, I love you, but you might be drunk.
I think he needs assistance.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Payson.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
And Dean.
Curse of the Black Pearl.
Curse of the Black Pearl is correct. 5-4. Your next question is coming in the category of Galaxy Quests. Who plays the Doctor, Jonathan Clemens, in Alien 3? Could also be Alien Cubed. But for all you math nerds out there.
Mathematically, could you explain to me what that means?
Cubed?
Yeah.
So whatever the number that the cubed is on.
The base?
Sure. The thing that the cubed is on, you have 3 of that number.
Not quite.
Yes!
No, because that would be adding it 3 times. You multiply it 3 times.
2, 1. Pen sound. So it'd be okay. Let's go to Dean.
Charles Dance.
And Payson.
Yo, no son of mine, Charles Dance.
Charles Dance is correct.
3 times. 3 times.
Excellent impression. 6-5. What's next, Nick?
Final question before the final question comes in the category of Fight Night. What part of Jax's body are robotic in Mortal Kombat 2021?
For the second half of the film. Maybe.
I was on a different planet just then.
Oh, well, please stay on this one. I enjoy you here.
No, I must travel.
No, Anna would be so sad.
He is asleep.
She's asleep?
Knocked.
What a life. 5, 4, 3.
She's like
2.
twitching too.
Well,
Yeah, she's up.
that sounds like my dog. Let's go to Payson.
Between 2, is it arms?
And Dean.
Arms.
Arms is correct. 7-6. Your final question in this round is in the category of DC. What is the full name of the reporter and Batman's love interest in Batman 1989? I'm sick again. I have the sniffles.
Children.
I can't get tubes in my ears like Ellie. Well, I guess I technically could, but I don't think they do that to it.
You're an adult. You don't need them. Just do it.
I have to get my wisdom teeth out. Oh,
You're like 90.
3, 2.
It's too late.
1. Pens down. No, they want to do it. They were growing. They were growing in fine, and now they're all crooked. Let's go to Dean
Vicky Vale.
and Payson.
I put Alexander, not Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale is correct. So at the end of round number 1, very close game, 8-7. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
Round number 2. How's it going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. This is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they allow you to spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like check down a multiple choice, at which point it'll only be worth 1, but be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today, we've got Horror Icons, DreamWorks Animation, Galaxy Quests, Criminal Underworld, Wizarding World, Law and Order, Mixed Bag, and Disney Animation. Dean, you're in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Payson?
So my internet's being a dick, so I think I sit back and let it get some time to come back here.
I like it. We'll spin
Cool.
second.
All right, this is going to be the spin for Mr. Johnson.
Thank you. Ooh, I like that.
It lands on the Wizarding World. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Nick, would you please go ahead and read Payson as questions in the category of the Wizarding World?
Sure. Let me just undo the erasing of the first question that I did.
I saw that.
Oops. Hit the wrong button. Payson, I'll be reading your questions in the category of the Wizarding World. Are you prepared for them?
Yes.
Great. Your first question. Which Wizarding World film features the textbook Magical Water Plants of the Highland Lochs?
I mean, I think I know it. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Jessica Williams plays which Wizarding World character?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are, is it A, Mrs. Fig, B, Lavender Brown, C, Katie Bell, or D, Lally Hicks?
I was really hoping I could process elimination this. Okay. Repeat the options.
Your options again are A, Mrs. Fig, B, Lavender Brown, C, Katie Bell, or D, Lally Hicks?
I'm going to say D, Lally.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
All right. Payson, your third question. Romilda Vane sends Harry a love potion disguised as what in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince?
Chocolate.
That is correct for
Okay.
2 points.
I was prepared. Yeah. Thank you.
Payson, your penultimate question.
No.
What spell does Hermione use to free Sirius from his cell at the end of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban?
Fucking vowels. But I'm going to go for it. Bombardo.
That is correct.
Okay.
All right. Payson, your final question in the Wizarding World.
Okay.
In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the final fireworks that Fred and George release as they fly away from Hogwarts take what shape?
A dragon.
That is incorrect. Dean, chance for a 2-point steal.
Can I hear it again? Repeat.
Sure, that is your first repeat, Dean. Question again. In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the final fireworks that Fred and George release as they fly away from Hogwarts take what shape?
Five.
A W?
I'm a moron. I'm the biggest fucking
That
moron.
is correct for a 2-point steal.
Good shit. You deserve this win. Holy fuck. Wow.
All right, so W is correct. Payson, you're great. Payson, you get your total up to 14, Nick. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, yep.
Steal, Dean is at 10.
That's correct.
Okay, so we are going to bring back the wheel, Mr. Madden. And this will be the spin for Mr. Manness.
Good steal, buddy.
And it lands on Criminal Underworld. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
How you feel?
It's a tough one. Tough one to spin first here.
I think there's worse on the wheel for you.
That's the thing. I think I
this
just
time I'm
say,
right. If you go multiple every single time, you'll be ahead.
You are right. Yeah, but I also have to get it right after going multiple. I can't just go multiple and then be ahead.
Well,
so.
yeah, correct. Yes, you don't just get to go multiple and then just get the wrong number. I think you take it. I like your odds with it. Use your repeats, go multiple if you need to, but I think I like your odds on this one.
Yeah, I think we take this.
All right.
Okay. Dean, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of criminal underworld. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Hey, your first question in criminal underworld is: the main character's father is a U.S. Navy lieutenant stationed in another country in which criminal underworld film? Five, 4, 3.
I'll go multiple and take that 1 point.
All right, your options are A, Tokyo Drift, B, Hobbs and Shaw, C, Ocean's 8, or D, Ocean's 13.
Tokyo Drift.
That's correct for 1 point. Your second question: who plays Duke Santos, a reformed mobster who attempts to retrieve back the money that the team stole in 1960's Ocean's 11?
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your options are A, Burgess Meredith, B, Burt Ward, C, Dean Martin, or D, Cesar Romero. Five, 4.
D?
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Dean, your next question. Which member of the team is the first to drive the truck with the electromagnet in the back in F9?
I'm going to have to go multiple again.
All right, your options are A, Tej, B, Roman, C, Ramsey, or D, Han. Five.
Ramsey?
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Dean, your fourth question. How does Killa die in John Wick Chapter 4?
Let's do it again. Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, falls to death, B, explosion, C, shot, or D, drowns.
Oh.
5, 4.
A?
A is correct for 1 point. And your question, Dean. What country does Ocean's 12 primarily take place in?
I don't know. I just gotta be safe. I'm gonna go multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Spain, B, Ireland, C, France, or D, Russia.
Okay.
Five, 4, 3.
France.
And that is correct for 1 point and the lead. His manager spoke truth.
You know how we call them clean sweeps sometimes? That was like the dirtiest sweep that ever happened.
But we have a score of 15-14. Both players have 2 repeats and their challenge. Nick, is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, let's get into round number 3. How's it going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions around the Fandom Fights. Once the players hit the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
No.
Great.
Okay. First category you can bet points on is Epic Adventures. Let's get bets starting with Dean.
1.
And Payson.
I'm going out like a boss if I go out, so I'm going 2.
All right. Your question in the category of Epic Adventures. Which Epic Adventures film features the character Blaster, a giant brute with the mind of a child?
That's why we fucking go 2.
The macaw says.
What did she say? I didn't hear. I was writing. I'm so sorry.
She just shook her head like, oh, God.
Oh, fair.
Hey, Payson, Maggie also said dragon, and she's apparently a big Wizarding World fan. So,
Oh, well.
She goes, he missed that. What a fucking idiot. No, I'm kidding. She didn't say that.
Okay, fair.
She did not. I'm kidding. 5, 1, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Dean, we're going to start with you.
Started to look at this and think I got the name wrong, but Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome?
And let's go to Payson.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
I think we take both, Nick. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just an
is
E,
that-
but I would say
I cut off at the sorry, I panicked and forgot
I
the
would pronounce that word Thunderdome as well. Like,
Yeah.
I
would
also
as
went
well.
first.
Yeah.
So I think it's 16 all then, Nick. Yes.
Sorry
Yes,
about that.
sir.
Okay. So Nick, what's the next category then?
Next category we have points on is the world of DC.
Let's get bets starting with Payson.
I put 1.
Okay. And Dean.
I put 1.
Okay. Nick, what's the question?
Your question is, at the end of Birds of Prey, Harley and the team go to a restaurant that serves what kind of cuisine to celebrate their success?
You a fan of cuisine?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of things that aren't cuisine?
No.
So you're not a fan of your fiance?
Technically,
4. Stop. 3.
I wish
2.
he would use a different example.
Pens down. Let's go to Payson.
Put Chinese.
And Dean.
I couldn't picture it. I said tacos.
Can't.
Don't think we can take Dean's answer.
You
right?
get-
Oh, was it Mexican?
It's
Yeah,
Mexican food, and I
Oh.
believe she gets a
Shit.
burrito, but Javi
I'll
brought it.
bring in, Javi, but
Okay.
I feel like I misheard. Yeah. I should have repeated. Yeah. Shoot.
I think it's.
I didn't listen to the
I
whole
don't
question
think we're going to
right?
use the challenge any other time.
Okay, sure.
I'm feel confident enough that one of them gets like a taco type thing, like that.
Sure,
I think that's
sure.
why Cassandra like passes the diamond. I think that's part of the joke, but I don't know. Like,
Should I just
taco
hear the
taco.
question just to make sure
Yeah.
that it's a valid?
At the end of Birds of Prey, Harley and the team go to a restaurant that serves what kind of cuisine to celebrate their success?
I mean,
Yeah.
if it's Mexican, they would serve tacos. It doesn't mean that they necessarily get tacos, but they would
Yeah.
serve
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Let's challenge.
We will challenge.
Be right back after this challenge.
All right, back from the challenge. Nick and I took a look at the scene. We don't really see anyone eating tacos. We also looked at the definition of the word cuisine. We don't think taco quite fills in that. So both will lose the point, and Dean will lose his challenge, but it is 15. All 3 questions remaining in this round. Your next category is the Wizarding World. All right, let's get bets, starting with Dean
2.
and Payson.
2.
All right, your question. The category of the Wizarding World is, Nagini uses Polyjuice Potion to disguise as who in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
I'm pretty sure that's a whom.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that's a whom.
Nick, is this a full name situation or a
first, last, or both?
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that.
If you want to do last, comma first, it would be pretty spicy, frankly.
You better have that freaking comma in there, though. Otherwise,
5, 4.
Repeat.
Okay, that is Payson's second repeat. Your question again. Nagini uses Polyjuice Potion to disguise as whom in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
that was it.
I wanted to say disguise themselves as.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't make a difference. But if you write down like Bracala Tim, no comma.
And you did say first name is fine, right?
It did, yeah.
With a comma or without?
True. There's just one you put a comma.
5, 4,
Not sure why you would.
2.
I need it.
1.
Repeat.
Oh, okay. That is the second repeat for Dean. Your question again. Nagini uses Polyjuice Potion to disguise as whom in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1?
Is this fucking right? I'm not sure it is.
You remember just that time that you told me that it didn't make a difference, the themselves thing? That really hurt my feelings. I just wanted to tell you that you make a difference.
Thanks.
Hey, I forgot to tell you, you obviously made it home okay.
You forgot to tell me that?
The train, yeah. 5, 4.
Oh, yeah, you did.
2, 1. That's let's go to Dean.
Thought it was a B, but I couldn't get there. I said Betty.
Okay, and Payson.
I might actually have it then. Bathilda?
Bathilda is correct. Bathilda Bagshot is the answer. So it is. We still have a game. Dean loses 2 points and goes down to 13, but Payson gains 2 and goes up to 17. Nick, what is the next category?
That ultimate category is Marvel.
Let's get bets, starting with Payson.
I feel like it'd be stupid if I didn't go 1.
Okay, and Dean.
2.
Okay. Nick, what is the question?
Your question is, who plays the older version of Calypso, a lawyer and voodoo priestess who aids Craven in Craven the Hunter?
Maggie watched this today while I took a nap.
Oh my gosh. This is happening.
We put this on the TV and then I fucking passed out and I woke up and it was the end of the movie and she goes, "That was bad."
Tell me I'm insane. I don't think it's as bad as some people say. Like, it's bad.
I've fallen asleep trying to watch it a couple times now.
3, 2, 1, pens down. There are definitely worse things. Let's go to Dean.
Ariana DeBose.
And Payson.
Great game. Ariana DeBose.
And your winner, moving on to the number 1 contenders match, Payson Johnson. Damn, Nick. Damn. Payson could have bet 0 there. I think in most situations, like I know if I was Payson, I would have been freaked out and I would have bet 0. But he bet 1 and it paid off for him. I know I'm wrong. I said if
It's
I
the smartest strategic thing anyone can do, and Payson is smart enough to know that. But
yes, to be smart.
Fantastic match. I think it was crazy because like if Dean doesn't get that steal in round 2, then we don't even go this far.
Yeah.
So like Dean missing that last question, it was both players made a mistake at a crucial point in time, and it just let the other one gain enough ground on them. But overall, this is crazy, and Payson is good at this. Is very, very good at this. Yeah. You don't get to be 6-3 not being good at this. And having beaten Dean twice now, Dean's also very, very good. So like this is a very impressive win, and making it to a contender match is not an easy thing to do. I think Payson has absolutely earned it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go talk to them right now, see how they're feeling in the post-match interviews.
Dean, listen, hard fought battle. Outplayed Payson in round 1, but he was nipping at your heels. And then it looked scary for a minute, but that steal really kind of turned the tides. Do you think you played it a little too safe in round 2? Yes, you got the lead in round 2, but you made it very like. Were there questions that you knew, but you were just kind of like, I know if I hit for multiple, I'll be in the lead. That maybe you would go back on.
I do that a lot, so that's a great question, but not this time. This time, all of those questions were so fuzzy. Like I had 2 answers in my head for all of them, and then when the multiple choice was read out, the picture became more clear, and I was like, okay, I think that's what it is. I think that's who it is. And so I'm okay with going multiple on all those. I needed to. I wouldn't have shot, I don't think, with the confidence level I had on those. They were just way too fuzzy. So just not quite the criminal underworld questions for me. Javi and I talked about this prior to the match. I had played along with a bunch of criminal underworlds that got spun early in the year and was playing great on them, even though I haven't done a lot of work on them. So I was like, yeah, okay, that feels good. Let's just go with that. But I mean, hats off to Payson. That was a great game from him. It was awesome. It was tough. It's a tough loss, but like honestly, that is the most fun I've had in a match so far in the league. I had a great time. I gotta try to come in with a different mentality in fandom now and just have a good time. And I did have a good time. I'm like, the ones that slipped away are gonna hurt a little bit. Tacos and Mexican. Just write down. Just listen to the question, or repeat the question. And then that Wizarding World question, I had Bathsheba in my mind, couldn't get that out. I had bag score in my mind, couldn't get that out. So I was like going back and forth with which one I would try to keep focusing on, the first name or the last name, and just ended up writing down Betty because I couldn't come up with an actual name. But yeah, it was Payson deserves this one. This was great, great match. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, Dean, listen, the fact that you were 1 or 2, like the Mexican food or the bag shot away from a contender match, whereas 1 year ago you were racking up your second loss, like starting out to be 0-2 is pretty impressive. If I say so myself, Javi, would you say the same?
Yeah, no, Dean's playing really good. He was talking about like how much prep should I put into this, and I was just like, let's just go in with the flow. Let's have fun, especially since like best case scenario we're in a contender match. Worst case scenario, it's Payson going to a contender match, which is great. I'll take the L on the criminal underworld. Not only did I jinx it by being like we can go multiple every time, but also I was the one that was like, there's worse things on the wheel. Let's take it. I will take the W on this because I was secretly managing Payson the whole time. And that means I won as a manager. And sorry, Dean, I abandoned you. And that was the plan, actually. So
yeah, that's ironic because he missed the W and Dean stole it for 2 points.
Well, that was
Bobby took it. That's why I missed it
on Dean.
Fair, Dean. I think you've been playing great this year. I think this is no black mark on your journey so far, and I think we look forward to seeing you back, because if you were this close to a contender match this time, I look forward to seeing where you could be next time. So congratulations on the match. And we'll see you real soon.
Thanks.
Payson Johnson. Did you ever expect this?
Well, I mean, when I'm in a match one away, it's kind of hard not to expect the possible outcome of a win. Earlier than that, absolutely not. No, I continue to impress myself with how much I just know about fandom movies. Like here's the thing. I think it just genuinely helps that I like these movies a lot. But no, to answer your question, no, initially I did not imagine that I could be here. Am I allowed to talk more about what happened during the match, or like?
Oh yeah, go, whatever you want. This is your interview.
Two quick things. Like that Wizarding World question, I like when you first said that, I was like, wait, fucking Nagini? Like I'm trying to like. Since I've seen Deathly Hallows Part 1, and I'm just going through my head like, did a fucking snake drink the potion? And then just like years of watching fandom and knowing that there was a character named Bathilda in that movie, and I'm just like, is that her name? let's fucking go. And then just to answer Tim's question of like, why did I bet 1? I was thinking we're 3 questions in. We haven't heard a data question. It's probably coming up, so decided to shoot for it. But yeah, like props to Dean. He played incredible. There are few nicer people in this league, and I have a pretty good idea who I'm playing in my next match. I have my predictions about how that's going to go, but I'm not going to let him off with an easy win like I didn't let Dean off with an easy win.
Well, I'll let you know who your options are. So you're moving on to a contender match. You will be playing the winner of Antonio Chavez and Igor Kasin.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert, Igor, for all we know right now, could be the team's champion. We're not too sure. Certainly possible. And Antonio has been chasing that belt for a while, and he's gotten very, very close. He's been on a tear, so there's like a new fire in his eyes. Either one's going to be a challenge. Which would you prefer?
I would definitely prefer Igor. I know, just like Dean, I know how much effort Igor puts into these matches, and just like thinking about where he was at the beginning of last year to now is insane. Like, I know he has just put so much effort into fandom studying, and I would love it if it comes down between me and him. Honestly, I didn't think those two were not the people I was thinking of, and not to insult them. Now knowing that, I think I have a minuscule of a better chance, but I'm very excited to see how either of those matches are going to go.
I am too, because not only did you win this, but you won this with 7 out of 10 in round 1, 4 out of 5 in round 2. Like, you won this with title match level stats. So you have the ability to not only play in a contender match but win one. Yes.
And player insight, I will tell you, when you hear a question and you think you know the answer, listen to how it ends. It could be very, very effective.
Anna's sleeping, but she could use that advice.
Fair.
Payson, congratulations on the win. We will see you in that number 1 contender match. It's going to be a fun time.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this very exciting episode of Fandom Fights. Thank you to Payson and Dean. Thank you to Hobby. Thank you to Nick for writing. I've been Tim. We'll see you guys next time with another great match of Fandom Fights. Until then, have a great night. Bye-bye.